And Bird on a Wire now completing the lineup. All set to go. Last at Belmont Park. They settle. And they're away and they're racing. Romeo had no early dash. Blazing Emerald got out very quickly though. Tiff's Lab will take it on for the lead. Our Rocky Bay will go with it as they turn over into the back straight. Tiff's Lad should get to the front early. And they're being followed over on the outside by Here for Checks, who's driving forward in front of Strapping Profit. Then came our Mate Archie, a bit better than midfield getting going. Outside of it, a little wide in the run down the back, Bird on a Wire. A length and a half away then came Esther Mirando, just in front of Must Be Nice. A length off those Lima, and over on the inside behind them next of all as they work down the back is Oceans Above, leaving the 1,000 mark behind them. Back with it is Omerta Grace and Romeo with the Lyrical Angel. Back there at the tail end of the field, Young O'Donnell is trying to produce a carbon copy on Tiff's Lad at the 800 mark, and she had them all off the bridle as they work down the side. The lightly weighted Tiff's Lad out by 6 Here for Checks, a length and a half to our Rocky Bay. Blazing Emerald down on the inside is next, being closely attended then by Strapping Profit in the middle. On the outside, Bird and a Wire trapped out wide. Around the outside goes our Mate Archie, now setting out after the leader, and they're being followed further back behind those to Esther Mirando. Tiff's Lad straightens for home, but is certainly coming back to them much more quickly today, and led at the 300 by 2 our Rocky Bay. Here for Checks, our Mate Archie. Esther Mirando has gone right back onto the inside now, followed by Strapping Profit. Our Mate Archie surges to the lead, 150 from the judge, and our Mate Archie kicks away from them, led by 2 to 3 Esther Mirando, and he's home today, Big Archie. Our Mate Archie lumbers down to the line and wins it comfortably. 4-way go for the minor placings. Romeo came late with Must Be Nice. Our Rocky Bay and Esther Mirando, they're very wide apart. Strapping Profit behind those with Kalima Here for Checks and Tiff's Lad, followed further back by Omerta Grace, and then came Lyrical Angel. Blazing Emerald dropping right out, and the last of them to greet the judge in the final event for the day is Oceans Above. Brad Parnham punching home another one this afternoon. Our Mate Archie for Steel Casey. Back and around them and surging clear over the final part to defeat either Romeo Must Be Nice. They'll dispute second, third. Our Rocky Bay, Esther Mirando fighting out the all-important fourth pick in the quaddie, the quartet to the last event of the day. Righto, the winner, our Mate Archie, who has had the benefit of a couple of runs, was game last start as well. And this big fellow by my admiration from Blooper in the yard of Steel Casey has won this in a canter for R.J. Clark Ibane, and also M. Ashworth, R. Trindle and M. McGregor. He's got 5 wins in fact now with that victory from 16 runs, our Mate Archie, and he's cleared right out to win by a space. Now Romeo, who did come late, Sean O'Donnell, Cliff Green on the demerit gelding is right there. Must Be Nice by Patronise. Felicity Forbes Ives, the trainer. Tash Faithful, the rider. And we wait for those numbers. Here they come, just coming through here now to the last. It's 2 from 11 in Romeo. 15, Must Be Nice. 4th, number 8 in Esther Mirando. 6, our Rocky Bay. Got 4th, not Esther Mirando. It's 2, 11, 15, 6 and 8. 2, 11, 15 and 6. The primary numbers you require for the last. 3 lengths and a short half head, and 142.95. There they posted in a slickly run affair in the Lawn Pride Australia Handicap. Wrapping up today's action here at Belmont Park from our broadcast box to the winners in closure we go. And once again, here's Lockie.
Thanks, Darren. Great calling here this afternoon at Belmont Park, but it's our Mate Archie who wins in the last. A terrific ride from Brad Parnham, who rounds out the day with a race double, a horse that has been in better classes than this throughout his career, Riley, but largely because of his racing pattern. He's just run into some bad luck throughout his career to date, but an unimpeded run throughout this afternoon is exactly what he needed, and from there he was able to put away this field with absolute ease.
He's had an unimpeded run at both of his runs leading into this campaign, leading into this start here today. Lockie already this campaign, but he's just been asked to do a bit too much work with the runs that he's had. It did look to be a really suitable race for him on paper here today, and Brad Parnham jumping back on board for the first time since his last win. He seems to get on really well with him. He actually trialled this horse leading into his first up run this campaign, where he looked to really stretch out nicely down there at Lark Hill, and he's a horse that clearly, with that big stride that he's got, handles these conditions.
Exactly right, and his younger brother, Old Mate Henry, will go around at Belmont on Saturday afternoon, and after his last start win, you'd have to say that the family is not without a chance of making it a double throughout the course of this week. But our Mate Archie takes out the last of the afternoon, and Brad Parnham, he continues his wonderful form in the saddle. He's been the big beneficiary of a couple of our big gun jockeys here in WA receiving some suspensions, or the likes of a Chris Parnham going away to America over the course of the last month. But Brad Parnham, he's just continuing to ride plenty of winners.
I'll be looking forward to catching up with a couple of our returning expats over the next few weeks, like with Scotty Embry returning from Europe and Chris Parnham also returning from the States, and hopefully they have a couple of stories for us once they touch back down here in the West from their travels. But Brad Parnham rounds out the day with a double here at Belmont Park to round out the midweek meeting on what's been a very rain-affected surface, and we're going to strike plenty more of them, you would think, over the coming weeks. Bradley, congratulations on the double to round out the program here today. We had a brief chat about his chances after your win in the previous, and you said the key to his winning chances were being able to get to the right part of the track, and you had absolutely no issue with doing that with the run that he had.
Yeah, I was pretty happy in the run, especially once that horse worked around me and gave me a bit of cover. I was pretty confident from, probably that 1,400 metres onwards that I was getting the right run, and he felt great underneath me. So, yeah, I thought he could win from there, and he proved me right.
He can really sustain a gallop, can't he, this horse? He really spaced them late, as you can see in the replay. He stretched out to win by an extending margin on the line. He just seems to have this beautiful big stride length on him as well.
He does, and, that was partly the reason I let him stride early, because he just felt like he was doing it so easy compared to the others. So I thought if I just get him moving and him being happy and striding free, that he'd put a margin on him, and I thought he'd be too good and he'd hold him off. And yeah, he sort of really did put him away, and even probably on the line, he probably just looked after himself a little bit late. But yeah, it was a solid win.
He'll have no issue stepping back into Saturday company off the back of that, you'd think?
I'd say that's where he would go now. He'd come back to this race, and he's got a nice, easy win under his belt. So, yeah, he probably could step up to the Saturdays now.
Congratulations on the double to round out the day.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. He combines with Steele Casey and our Mate Archie to take out the last of the afternoon. It's been a great day of racing here at Belmont Park, Riley. Heavy 8 conditions, but there looks to be plenty of horses that we need to be following over the next couple of months, especially now that we know that these horses are proven on wet ground.
Completely agree, Lockie. Even the winner of the last there with our Mate Archie, that was a massive performance, given how easily he was able to put his rivals away in a pretty deep field, the final event on the program as well, over those concluding stages. We saw a couple of really nice horses stepping out over the first 2 races. Rockin' Serenity looks a pretty bomb-proof winter 2-year-old off the back of her victory in that